Brodes Media.
I feel way better tonight than I did last night. I was sitting in depression for a good amount of time. I really didn't even know if it was real. I did the smack in the face wake-up call a few times just to see if it was a nightmare, and unfortunately it was one that just happened to be real life at the same exact time. You can't look behind you anymore, though. There's only one way to go about this, and that's kick the teeth in of the Atlanta Braves in Game 3. Handle your business, because think of how we feel after Game 3 if they win. You got one more to go, and you're at a crazy ballpark. You can shut the door without having to go back to Atlanta. You win Game 3, and we're riding the high, thinking here it is again. You let it slip the first time around, but not today. Won't happen a second. So let's see if that's how they do this, and I expect them to, considering hasn't that been part of their genes since this core has been put together? Whenever you count them out, whenever you think it's the lowest of the low, whenever tragic occurs, they rebound pretty damn well. They have a toughness about them where they can flush it quickly. Now, I don't want them to flush it totally, because I think that can help inspire. It's more about the way that they go to the ballpark in the morning to get their batting practice going, to get their stretching going, whatever their routine is. The AirPods are playing, the music is on, you're locked in to a whole different level than you were if you were just up 2-0 thinking of closing because, well, you know what you did. You know how sour the taste is in your mouth because you should be really finishing the job and putting your feet up relaxing. You should have the Braves' necks in between both of your hands, and you're squeezing as hard as humanly possible, but you're not. It's an even playing field currently. Not really, though, because playing at CBP isn't a clean place to play whatsoever. So it's not, but it's tilted way less than it would be if you were up 2-0 with the stranglehold on their season. You've been hearing this all day long, so I won't pretend like I'm the first one telling you about what it took the Atlanta Braves to even win that game. But if you're looking for optimism, there's no doubt that there is truth to that. That catch by Harris was absolutely absurd. Nick Castellanos could put together that swing 99 times, and I think it is, or 100 times, and he's safe. I think it is a decent play for the Phils, 99 out of those 100. For as great of a comeback as it was for the Atlanta Braves, they still should have lost in the ninth inning if they don't get one of the most heroic catches in a playoff baseball game. That was absurd, outrageous. That doesn't make any sense. That ball should be over the wall in my eyes, but at worst, it hits off the wall, and now you're running around the bases full speed. The Braves are not back because of a couple of innings. The Phillies were in control for 2 of those games for about 88% of it. Grab onto that optimism and recognize that they are going to do that again. What you can't do is make mistakes, Trey Turner. What you can't do is be sloppy defensively. That's where I'm at today. I'm sitting in a spot where I feel good about the way that they rebound. I feel good knowing that majority of this series so far, it's been advantage Phillies. And that was away from their fans. You put them in front of their fans, and it's even more intense. All these decisions made. Rob Thompson keeping Zach Wheeler in a hair too long. Saying that Zach Wheeler shouldn't have started the 7th, I believe personally is a foolish take. You're just reacting to the results and not so much the logic of the decision. Zach Wheeler was dominating. Here's where I think that Rob Thompson needs a quicker hook. I don't know if I would even let him see Ozuna, but you let him see Ozuna, and it was a nice strikeout. He's got to go then. And then you hear after the game that Zach Wheeler spoke with Rob and said, make sure you get a guy going. Make sure somebody's up and ready. That would make the hook even quicker, I would think, than longer. But Rob didn't. So he didn't even listen to the player who informed him, make sure that there is somebody to call upon if I need it. pretty much admitting, hey, I'm leaking oil here, but I can still give it a couple extra batters in this inning. Just be on the phone, pick up that call, go to the pen. So I was stunned because knowing how everyone manages these days, you're normally shorter than you are longer with these guys. And especially Rob, to push him extra. If Hoffman goes fastball instead of an off-speed pitch, do you get that home run? And what about that home run? One-handed, that ball kept going and going. That one kept flying to left field, but Nick Castellanos' ball died at the wall to right center. One-handed. This is what happened for the Braves to win. Is that a recipe for success? The only way you could shake it for Atlanta is it's less about duplicating that to win and more about them playing their game now that they made a couple free throws. Basically, is you see the ball go through the hoop. So you missed all your jump shots, you get fouled, you go the line, now you start to rejuvenate because you get that sense of, all right, things are going well again. I don't know. I'm in the camp of, I think the Phillies know that they're better. I think the Phillies have performed better. They've been pitching better. I think they are better right now. Where they currently stand, they are better. That's what I think. That's why it's even more crushing. Sometimes it's easier to swallow the pill when you're the underdog and you know you don't really stand a chance with the other team. You just want to see a good fight. If you happen to push them to 5, then so be it. But that's not where we are with this squad. I know the Braves are talented, and they are technically favored just in regards to, okay, before the series began, which team's better, which team had the better record, which team has a better shot on paper with Vegas to win the championship. Okay, yeah. But I'll put all my money on this Phillies team. With the way whenever they get knocked down, they get right back up. There's something about the way they come together. And Nick Castellanos said his best. And I believe in that because I know it's real. That's truly who they are. So I got no doubt that they come prepared, ready for a fight on Wednesday night. This is how I expected it to go after yesterday's recording. I'd be crushed more than anything I've ever been crushed like before for a sporting event. And then by the time we get to right about now, and just for some perspective here, it's 7:17 on Tuesday night. So it's not 24 hours. What did that game end? Around 9 or so? So we're flirting around 20, 22 hours later. And I'm ready to go grab a W and kick some stupid Braves ass. I can't stand them.